I'm going to hide my face for the moment, and then we'll just we'll kick off. So, thanks ever so much for joining us. My name's Paddy McGill, and with me today I've got the wonderful and amazing Linda Reed-Enever. Linda, say hello. How are you?
Hi everyone. Very excited to have you here. Thanks for Paddy for joining us again to show us his masterful tips on course creation and how we can create a course for our business. For those of you who don't know, we run the business school and the skills membership through Thinkific. So it is there ready for you to learn from, and there's other things that are coming into our school over the next little while. And Paddy has been our man getting us headed up with tips and information. So now he's here to share them with you.
Yeah, I've tried my best. I mean, and I've had the pleasure of like working with Linda and everyone in the BBB community for the past. I mean, it must be about 5 months or so now. It's been fantastic. So obviously, look, first of all, if you've got any questions, do get them into me in the Q&A. Get them into the chat. And for those that are joining us on the replay, then you can always email support@thinkific.com. And if you just mark it, or even put it in the group, not a problem. Just get that into the BBB group. I'm like your guy there. So from Thinkific's perspective. So if you've got any questions, I'll always do my best to come in and answer, and we can go from there. But Thinkific, we've been around for about 5-6 years now. Since we, I think. 5 years. 5 years in total. We celebrated our 5th anniversary early this year in April. And our company and our business actually started out as it was actually an online course. So Greg Smith's our CEO, and he was basically a lawyer, wanted to teach people how to ace their LSATs, ended up teaching at UBC, but found that there was a big gap between University of British Columbia, which is like the biggest university in BC, one of the most well-known in North America. He wanted to teach people he wanted to sort of make sure that the students learn, they continue their learning, and really the only way to do it was online. And fast forward a few years later, we've been able to build an amazing online course tool that's really sort of set us above the rest of the market. And one of the key things about it is that we really try to focus on that student experience, make sure everyone gets, all your students get the opportunity to go through from A to B, A to Z, A to Z, and complete the courses. But today, for those that are brand new, Linda and I are going to go through the ultimate blueprint for online courses. And it's going to teach you pretty much everything you need to know. It's going to give you everything you need to know to get like a handle on everything. But obviously, the main course and the main point I want everyone to get out of this today, that it's all about action. It's all about going for it. And then I know we were talking earlier about these types of actions. You need to just go out there. Done's better than perfect, isn't it?
No, done is better than perfect, and more to the point, it's about getting your content and education and knowledge out there. I say to clients quite often, if you aren't sharing your knowledge with your audience, either via courses, via blogs, via information, then you are letting your audience down, because you're not letting them see your side of the market and how you suggest to do it.
Absolutely. And obviously, you want to do like a quick poll, and this is good even for people in the replay. You want to really think about sort of like where you are at the moment in terms of like your course creation.
Yep.
Let me know in the chat as well. But I know if you're working with Linda and you're working with the BBB, I'm sure you have the entrepreneurial spirit like Linda, who we all know is a Wonder Woman of sorts. I don't know how you do it, to be honest. But I could just compliment you all day. So.
You're lovely.
But we've only got a few hours. We've only got a few hours, right? So.
Yeah, no, we'll keep going.
But I want everyone to know today, like when you create an online course, it is going to take practice. It is going to take time. Don't worry about getting it right, and don't sweat over those like tiny little details. Just get yourself out there, and that's really what is going to make. That really is what's going to make it brilliant, and that's really is what's going to make it effortless. So get yourself out there. And my promise today is that we're obviously going to help. We're going to help you create, price, launch, and engage your audience. I'm going to go through a Q&A, and obviously any help after the webinar, you just let me know, shoot a message into the group. I'm more than happy to help you there. One of the cool things that you know, one of the things that you need to do pretty much straight away is you need to define your course topic. You need to define your course value. And I've got like a four-step method on how to do it. Well, you need to do 4 things first on how to get to your course topic. Now, I know, Linda, you've always come up to me with some really great tips, which obviously we can get you to cover off as well after. But the first one I want to talk about is like your domain. So what is it? What is your passion? What is it that you love doing? What is it actually that you've got knowledge of? Now, if you think to yourself, well, do I need to be a rocket scientist? Do I need to have like a PhD in a particular subject to be able to teach it? Actually, the answer to that question is no. All you need, the way to really look at this is that if you're in grade 3, for example, you're going to be able to teach people in grade 2. I don't know what you think about that analogy, Linda, because that was one that was told to me recently by Tyler. What did you think of that?
Look, my theory is if you can back yourself to educate your market, then you educate your market. Now, just because, you know, when we talk about, you know, being in grade 3, it's about having the confidence too. And I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying know your stuff, prepared that you can handle the questions that are going to come your way. So as a publicist, I see people come in quite regularly going, yeah, I've done my own PR, so I'm going to enter publicity. And I go, okay, that's good. But they don't understand the rest of the network. So it comes down, I think it comes down to the audience and those sorts of things. You can teach what you know, and you know in your gut whether you know it enough to teach it. Absolutely.
Yeah. And you're right. You know, you sort of, you know, you have enough knowledge in your heart of hearts if it's going to be something you can talk about. And that's actually a good point. One of the things when we first done this presentation together, Linda, I remember one thing that really stuck to me. You said to me is like, what's that burning question? And then maybe I'm skipping forward a bit into the problem area, but what is that main question? What is that burning question people come and ask you? What do you always get asked for advice on? Now, I love to cook, so I always get asked how to make a really nice spaghetti bolognese. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I could make a course out of it.
You could make a course.
Could make a course out of it. Paddy'splates.com. There you go. Coming in 2018. But
new cooking school.
My new cooking school, exactly. But Linda told me that one of those tips, which is really how to have a think about what people come and talk to you and what they ask about all the time. But importantly, you need to get your audience right. So you've got your passion, but you need to find out who it is you're targeting. And, you know, you can't be too broad. So you can't say, I'm going to teach everyone how to cook Italian food. You know, it's far, far, far too broad. So what you need to do is start thinking, start getting like laser-like in terms of your niche and who it is you want to target. Now I actually do an affiliate. Now I'm not going to, no self promotion here. Yeah, or maybe a little bit. I'll put the link in the chat. But I've got my own course that's in affiliate marketing. And specifically, I've targeted small to medium businesses, and I've showed them how to basically pick an affiliate network that's right for them, right for their business, and right for their industry. Because the pain and the issue that a lot of those people and a lot of those businesses face is that they're joining an affiliate network. One, there's a lot of information out there. 2, it's really super expensive. So I've basically got like almost like a checklist and like an overview of how affiliate marketing works. So that's like pretty much like my course topic in a nutshell. So going back to it, you need to have your audience. You need to think about who it is you're targeting. So working through this exercise together, domain is what your passion is. So mine is affiliate marketing. Audience, who it is you're targeting, it's going to be small businesses. The pain that they're solving.
I want to pop in on the domain one for a bit, Paddy.
Go ahead.
Because the domain, look, we're working with a few of our members and a few of our clients in relation to that sort of stuff. The domain, if you happen to have a number of passions or a number of areas, so like with Clive and we're teaching small business owner stuff, but the school is the Reed-Enever Group Schools because it covers both of our names. I've got clients out there that run 2 or 3 businesses. Yeah. So their schools are going in under their name. So quite often when we're looking at building authority through courses, using your name as part of your domain allows you that greater flexibility down the track.
I see. Yeah, that's
so
definitely,
I've got one client bringing in 3 brands and 3 different platforms and feeding into her course area from 3 different businesses at the moment. So building it under her brand, her personal brand creates her authority.
So you're saying that you could also use using the course also as like a catalyst for your personal brand, who you are. Interesting.
Because everything comes down to branding. Even when we're putting our course content creation and our domains and all of that sort of stuff, we've got to look at where does it fit with the overall branding of the businesses and what we do. So, you know, from my point of view, Clive and I run 5 businesses out of here. The continual thing and the overriding parent company of everything we do is Reed-Enever Group. So that's where the branding got put into. But I could have chosen business, or I could have chosen media connections, or I could have, but then I couldn't add the other stuff.
I see. So
if I just got media connections, I couldn't add the small business stuff.
Yeah, that's very true. But what about for those that are, you know, perhaps, you know, aren't as perhaps as entrepreneurial as you, Linda? Because you are.
I still say, look at what you're going to teach.
Look at what you're going to teach.
Look at what you're going to teach, and if you want to be seen as the expert and the leader in the field under your name, and you want to be the guest expert that comes in, then I'd look at using your name for it.
Interesting. Well, that's a great tip. And that's actually something I've not heard. I've not heard on this webinar that I've hosted. So it's always nice to see and hear some new and amazing advice.
Yeah, no,
just keep it coming.
Down to personal branding, especially when we're talking about being experts in our field.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you.
You want to tie things down. People are going to be searching for your name, so therefore they'll search for your domain with your name as well.
I see. Well, that's some great advice there. Thank you, Linda. I really appreciate that. And we're gonna make sure I get as much possible on the other topics now.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. No, I'm just it's like I said, it's like what it's almost 6 o'clock here, so I definitely need another coffee coming my way. So maybe I have to put a message out on my chat whilst we're doing this. Coffee alert. Yeah. But that's one of those things, right? So you've got to get your domain, you've got to get yourself, you've got to understand what it is you want to teach. You've got to think about who it is you want to target. Again, get laser-like on your focus, but don't make it too specific. Don't make it so it's people who are, 5'4" tall, who have brown hair, who are male, whatever it is.
Yep.
You gotta pick an audience that's gonna be right. What is the problem? So really think about that pain, that problem. The one that Linda always says to me is, what's that burning question that everyone comes and asks you? So if you're an aspiring chef out there, if you're an aspiring business person, if you've got a piece of knowledge that wants to be shared, you can people come up to you and say, "Hey, Linda, tell me a bit more about how I can, become a PR expert.
Yeah.
How do I become a PR expert? What's the one best tip? Becoming a PR expert, Linda."
Know your times. But no,
know your time.
Even the course content creation tools and tips came out of our second webinar that we did here with Paddy. That webinar came out purely, that conversation was, how do I create the memes? How do I create all the promotional stuff? So we created the course based on the fact that question was continually being asked.
Yeah.
So it's about looking at what's continually being asked and then providing the answer.
Yeah, absolutely.
The course has to be the answer.
That's it. And that's the solution, right? So how are you going to solve it? How are you going to give them that answer? And if you can do these 4 things, then that's really going to put you in a good foundation and a good start. But what I wanted to do is to actually get everyone now to put this into the chat, or if you've got the drive to do this, here's a small challenge for everyone. If you go onto your Facebook, what I want everyone to do now actually is define your value. So write this into the chat. Right, my domain course will help audience with a problem so they can get a solution. So for example, my affiliate marketing course will help small businesses with being ripped off by affiliate networks so they can have more money in their pocket to spend on other marketing activities and know exactly what they need to do. So that's my one. That's my course value. Get that into the chat. I'd love to know what everyone else's is. Yep. Linda, what would you say yours is if you've got one there?
Do I have to do another one?
You can do another one. You can do another course right now. Whatever Linda does now, she's also going to say she's going to make that into a course in 2018. We'll give you till March 2018. Plenty of time.
Don't look at it from the, okay, so one of the courses that we're actually looking at running is we're looking at taking our Instagram challenge and making that into an Instagram course. So how to manage Instagram for business.
Fantastic.
So that will be there later on. in 2018?
2018. Well, I've got like I said, for anyone that really wants to sort of take that leap, go into your Facebook now, go into your, like, start to type out the message and just say, my course, I'm launching a course in 6 weeks time or in 8 weeks time, and I'm going to help the audience with this problem so they can get a solution for it, or they can get a solution to their problem. And I'm going to launch this in 8 weeks. If you're interested in finding out more, just like reply in a comment or hit like. So if you go ahead and do that, you're going to be able to get, I guarantee, your first 10, even your first few customers coming on board and wanting to learn more. Especially if it's like mine, it's about cooking online, which is the course I've always really wanted to do. So, Jan,
well, I challenge you to have it out there.
Oh, I need to. I was cooking lasagna over the weekend, so I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit Paddy's how to cook lasagna for Garfield the cat. So Jan says, my Get Paid course will show small business owners how to get their invoices paid on time without upsetting their customers. That is absolutely 100% spot on. So Jan, hats off to you. That's even better than what I said. So amazing. That's amazing. Done an amazing job there. So Jan, if you want, get that into your Facebook, get that into some of your business, the business group. Are we good for that? Yeah?
We will have Jan out there very shortly, Paddy. The
Fantastic.
course is there. We're just getting it under her specifically beautiful new brand.
Fantastic. All right, we'll wait for that one. Jan, just for you, we'll wait for that one then. But everyone else, get out into your Facebook. Because here's the thing, right? We were talking about, you've got to like take action. You've got to get yourself out there. If you don't do things like this, and like in what Linda said to me, I'm like, talking about doing a cooking course. Very fact that she's challenging me, and the fact I'm putting that out there means it's going to be like accountability. And it's very interesting, right? Once you do that, once you actually put that out there that you're going to take this action, it really does give a lot of people a big boot up the backside to go out there and make it happen. So if it is something that you want to, creating courses is something that you really, really want to do, this is a great way to get yourself started. But when it comes to like validating and testing your course, there's a couple of things that you need to bear in mind as well. Now, a great way to
Lottie as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lottie's course is her animation course. Will help teachers teach students on how to use their iPads to make stop motion animation so they can incorporate animations into their school projects.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Is that
Send
also
me the
going
link when that one's live, Lottie? I know of 2 teachers who want that now.
There you go. So you've got the two customers, potential customers straight away. And absolutely, if I know anyone as well, I will get that out there. No problem. And these are one of the things as well, when you're going out there and you're validating you're validating your course content, it's really important to go out there and test it. It's really go out there to go out and pre-sell it as well. Pre-selling is like we've got like a whole course on how to pre-sell your course. But one of the things that I want everyone to bear in mind is that look at like your clients and your lists and the people that you work with already, or maybe you've worked with in the past. These are people that are going to give you some fantastic ideas and some fantastic knowledge about your course. They're going to help you shape it, and they're going to help you get the most out of it. Now, obviously, everything you do, you need to make sure that you're always doing what you basically think is going to, not so much going to be what's best for you and what's best for your course, but you can't take too much direction, because then it becomes like a case of like too many chefs spoiling the broth.
What I call Facebook, logo designed by Facebook. Designed by Facebook doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because half the time they're not your target market.
Very true.
Okay. So when we're looking at, and I hate design by Facebook, by the way, because no one knows really where you're wanting to go with that business. It's really hard. So your client list, when we're talking about our validation and our testing point of view, you've got to look at who's actually validating your course. Are they the target market, or are they peers within your industry that already know this content? Because bearing in mind, whenever we create a course content, we've got to remember that not all of our students will know the knowledge that we know.
Mm.
So you have to break it down to the basics to begin with and then start sharing.
Absolutely.
So if we've got peers reviewing that content, they're going to go, well, that's way too basic. And of course it is, because they're not the target market for the course. if we've got people who are wanting to learn how we do stuff, saying it's too basic, then maybe we look at it because they're more of our target market. You're going to have a look at who you're working with.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So you wouldn't teach a master builder how to use a hammer. It would be more like how to get a perfectly smooth cement around the brick each and every time. Yeah, what you raised a great point there, Linda. Actually.
So it's about looking who we're giving our feedback from, and guys, also taking feedback and taking one or two things that you want to focus on. Every piece of feedback people give you, you don't have to take all of it.
Yeah, that's right.
And you still, once again, in your heart of hearts, will know what's right for your client and your market. So trust your gut.
Yeah, that's a great one. In fact, that works. That applies to pretty much everything, right? Yeah, absolutely. So groups are great as well. Again, like Linda said, you can't just sort of go into Facebook and get it designed and validated by everyone, in that particular area. You also got to find the right people, but there's also going to be like groups. There are going to be associations. There's also going to be communities, people that you've worked with, people that have that knowledge that you have, and they are going to be able to help you shape and test your course. Now sort of onto the last point. I love like my mum and dad, right? But I couldn't. Now it doesn't matter what I every time I bring up my affiliate marketing course, she always asks me, "So, how's your affiliate marketing course?" And then she always says to me like, "Oh, well, what's affiliate marketing?" She doesn't really understand, bless her, right?
Yep.
Now she every time she looks at it, she's like, "Wow, this is an amazing course," and like spoiler alert, it's like a slideshow with me talking over the top of it. It's not like revolutionary. In terms of like content, right? It's new. It's a free piece. It's a free piece of content I've got out there.
Yep.
She thinks it's amazing. So my point is, don't go to mum and dad or families and friends for that objective point of view, because they're always going to tell you, one, it's going to be amazing. Two, they're going to love it. And unless they're doing exactly the same thing that you've done, and they've got that knowledge, then they may be able to give you some feedback. But most of the time, get out there, meet your clients, meet people in your industry, because they're the ones who need to give you that objective feedback. Or even go speak to Linda. Linda knows, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what topic it is. Linda knows if this is something that's going to be like red hot or not. So
thank you.
I tend to default back. If I've always got a question about something, I tend to I'm not like a course. I can't be considered to be like the oracle of course creation, because there's people here at the company that have been doing this far longer than me. But that's why I like going over to speaking to people like Linda and working with people in the industry, because they really, really know, and they have these like inside tips and this inside knowledge.
Guys, you'll be surprised too who takes your course.
Yes.
I have been, because there's people who've signed up for my course that are going, "Oh, I thought you knew all that."
Oh, there you go.
And so you'll watch it and you'll be surprised, and then you just run through the process of it if you create. But I really, honestly, if we're talking about validation and testing, look at your frequently asked questions.
Yeah.
And look at what your clients are continually saying to you, and then pick a few of those and give them the opportunity to take your course, because they're your target market, because they've already got the pain point.
Absolutely. Yeah, and they're going to be your first customers. Yep. Go away. You can even pre-sell it. So pre-selling is the concept of
pre-sell fun.
Yeah, getting it out there. So just saying, I've got a course that I'm going to launch. So sort of like what we were doing a moment ago. I've got a course that's launching in 6 weeks. It's going to teach everyone how to do affiliate marketing, or teach small businesses how to get the most out of their affiliate marketing. How to get affiliate marketing technology.
But guys, you can even do a wait list.
Yeah, the wait list.
So for the 52-week marketing challenge that I'm doing, which is slightly different, I've actually got a wait list of people signing up ready to know when it's going. And we've got some stage pricing that's going to go out. And the wait list people get a very, very special offer that no one else is getting.
Yeah. That's a great way to do it. And you know what? If slight plug of the Thinkific system here, but if you use our countdown timer on our altitude theme, and obviously that drives urgency as well. So we're going to do a course build in about sort of 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But you'll be able to see that as well, and it's a great way to do it. But when it comes to writing your scripts, you've got to start with your value. You've got to go back to what it is what is that? What is your content? What is your content? What is your value? I think for me, I'm trying to help small businesses get the most out of their affiliate marketing technology, making them save money, making sure they know exactly what they need to do when they're picking the next supplier. So if you ever get stuck when you're writing your content, this is a great way to start. Now, I know, Linda, I know we spoke just before on this about having, even if your content has to be short, sharp, and punchy, sometimes it's got to be delivered in a longer video.
Yeah.
It has to then.
Guys, ideally, yes, you want to get your videos in as short and sharp as you possibly can. But if you've already got the stuff recorded, I had someone say to me the other day, I've already got all these videos recorded, but I need to cut them down. I'm like, get them up.
Yeah.
Get them up as they are. Yeah. Share the content as you've got it right now, and then you can edit down the track. You can edit and get things right. The only time I say don't put content up is if you're not happy with it. If you're not happy with how it looks, or you're not happy with the brand, or you're not happy with how it flows, then spend the time to recreate it and get it up. But once again, if you get a course up there and find it doesn't work, then perfect it, change it, make changes. I made a mistake. I edited working with a media course when I was flu-ridden. And in the middle of it,
I remember that. That was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? Was that? Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I missed cutting something, and fortunately, one of my students was game enough to send me a message, and I don't know how many others didn't, to say you missed cutting out that big chunk. You stopped and started. I'm like, oh, good, that's awesome. But I'd much rather make a mistake and be human too, and have the information out there.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's, that is also from like almost like sort of going off topic slightly here, but when you're selling your course or you're selling your brand, who you are, people really buy into the humanity aspect and realize that people aren't just like the perfect, billionaire digital entrepreneur that has everything and nothing goes wrong. The more you can be human about it, more people buy into you. As a case in point today.
Yep. We got technical glitches everywhere.
Exactly. Exactly. That's technology for you. But a great way to do it. So when you're writing your content, this is from my perspective. I know, again, Linda, I know you've got some different views on this as well. But I always start off with my milestones. So if I'm doing like a healthy cooking course, and I'm going to teach people how to lose weight, for example, or busy entrepreneurs how to lose weight, that's my value. My milestone is going to be something on the lines of, I'm going to have something like cooking your food as one milestone, and then selecting the food, and then like preparing the food. So you got preparation, cooking, and selecting the food. These are going to be the milestones that I will sort of work on when I'm creating my content. So you imagine like 3 columns or 3 milestones like that. It's a great way to start. And then for your steps, these are going to be things like something. So if you've got like picking your food or selecting the food that you want, you can have things like meat, fish, dairy, grains, etc. And then underneath, you're going to have more information about what each individual type is and what it is and what benefits they're going to bring to you. So if you start shaping your content out like that, it's a really, really fantastic way to get your script out there. So if you are absolutely brand new to this and you haven't written any content, and this is a good way to do it. Any other tips from you, Linda, in terms of like putting the script or your content together?
I dot point it. So I will talk from the cuff when I've got a highly scripted course. I tend not to go as well. And you know what, guys, it doesn't hurt to refer to notes when you're putting a course together. You better get the information right than not do so. So, I tend to dot point what I want to do, and then I put the dot points up on the wall so that I've got those dot points in front of me. And then I talk on those dot points. So, yeah. So that it's a little bit more natural and not so staged and looking like I'm reading off the screen and you can't tell what I'm doing. Yeah. And I really don't care because I now sound like a robot. Do you know what? I've read an auto cue quite a few times, and it is amazing how it doesn't matter what is on that auto cue, you'll read it. And eventually, I don't know if anyone's ever watched the film Anchorman, but the guy is he's known for saying a few naughty words that they've slipped in on the auto cue, and he says it, he doesn't even think about it. But he's amazing. If you're
be reading something off the script, sometimes it can come across as a bit like a little bit robotic. And
look, guys, I recorded a course on autocue, and I watched it back after I'd done a couple of my 2-camera ones where I've done 2-camera stuff myself.
Excuse me.
I looked at the autocue one and I said, that's not me. Yeah. So my audience won't buy that course because it's not me, and they're going to sit there at the end of it going, it didn't work for me. So it's what works for you guys too. Yeah. I've got clients who's delivered courses via autocue and it's been absolutely perfect. It's what they need because they don't stress about what information, what content they've got to put out there. So it's up to you what you want to do. And there's some great apps out there for being able to do that. But even if you're recording now on your iPhone or your tablet or whatever, there is a great free app called Open Camera that allows you to record and adjust the light settings and get everything done.
There you go. I shall check that one out.
Recording.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? We've got a course creator called Deanne Love. She runs Hoop Lovers TV, and she started off just filming herself in a park with a hula hoop and a well, this isn't an iPhone, but her mobile phone.
Yep.
And now she's basically conquered the online fitness market, which is fantastic. I think she's an Aussie as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but I think she lives in Japan. What's that?
High quality people, us Aussies.
Oh, mate, you're known for your sporting achievements the world over, especially cricket and rugby. But being a Brit, we're not well. We used to be good at that stuff, plus 70 years ago. Not so much anymore. Apart from we beat Australia in the World Cup. Was that about 10 years ago? There you go. I'll say no more. So for all the Aussies on the replay and joining us now, I apologise. But so look, here's the thing. So each step. So thinking about the step here, which is going to be your your meats, your chicken, your fish, red meats, stuff like that. Try to keep them around sort of 2 to 7 minutes. If you're doing something along the lines of like a presentation or even a video, these are the things that these are sort of the sort of the length of time that I take, or actually I recommend. You'll be surprised about how sort of short people's attention spans are when it comes to sort of watching videos. So it's got to make sure that everything does have to be short, sharp, and punchy. Now again, now it sort of goes again a little bit against what we said earlier, where if you've got the content, just get it up there, and that's absolutely right. Do get it up there. But if you're writing this content from scratch, absolutely make sure that you can keep it as engaging as possible, because each time you finish your piece of content or the video that you've watched, if you follow up with things like little tiny quizzes of like 1 or 2 questions, confirm the learning experience, really keeps people on that track of success. And that is ultimately what's going to also sell your course to other people as well. Because they'll say, well, I've just completed this course on how to cook. I've cooked an amazing steak and I've saved loads of money doing it. And I'm I'm getting in shape, all the things. And now I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share it with the rest of the world. So that's a great way to absolutely do it when you're writing your script. And like we were saying before, you can do all different types of content. It doesn't have to be just video. You can do voiceover slides, sort of like what we're doing now. You can do webinars. You can do a combination of both. You can do text. You can even sell your ebooks, sell your knowledge that way. Upload, write your stuff down, put it into a PDF, and upload it. Or if you're using Thinkific platform, you can even upload your PDFs, split them into a presentation, and do the voiceovers. It's actually what I've done with my one. Again, not going to put more plug-in. I'll plug it in the BBB group because there's obviously.
You can plug it in the group, guys. And the thing about doing this, content. There's been a number of discussions happening in BBB, and the people who I thought most probably were video related actually preferred video and text. So mix it up, give them a bit of both. Yeah.
That's right. You got to keep. You can't. Yeah. Unless everything is like video. Unless everything is like everything that I do is like video based, and that's it. Then obviously stick with that. But yeah, mixing it up is always better, because again, quizzes, videos, ebooks. Tell me a bit more about what it is do you have on yours, Linda. What would you say is like your if you had like a split, if you had like a mix and a split.
So we have a toolkit which normally covers the tools that you need to succeed in that particular course. Then we'll have some PDFs Then we've got some screencasts, and some of the screencasts, I will tell you now, do not fit under the 7-minute mark because there is literally no way I can show you how to do that in 7 minutes.
Sure.
So, you know, you don't stress about those. You go through the process and you screencast. When I'm teaching people how to write press releases and that sort of stuff, I'll go through the process with you to camera, but I've also got a PDF for you to download. To run through it afterwards, because some people will love the me bouncing down the screen at you version. Other people will prefer to have the PDF and print off, but people like a bit of both. So you might cover it in video and then have a PDF that happens to go with it so they can download it and print it and come back to it for future reference.
Yeah, that's a good way. And, you know, if you good documents that you can download and fill in, re-upload. Yep. Yeah, it's a great way to do it. Homework submissions, but I hate the word homework. So it's back to...
In the Working for the Media course, I said, everyone upload your first release and I'll have a look and review it. So, you know, we want them to take the template and put it together.
How much time does that take you, Linda, to review? Like, is that because that sounds to me, that's something like, that's quite a lot.
That is, it is quite a lot, but I don't mind doing it. So we look at that template and we look at that release, because the reality of it is, when you're writing your first press release, it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
So I would much rather have a look and have a review and go through it and just see if there's any clear points or things that I need to edit. Now, you know, after 15 years in the game, I can look at a press release now and go, yeah, no, bullets need here, this needs here. We're not doing a full edit, but we're going, you need to just have a look at these bits so that you actually learn how to get the process together. So it most probably takes me about 15, 20 minutes to go through a release now on a quick overview. If I was going for a full review and edit and proof, then it would most probably take around 45. So.
Wow. And one top tip for those that, now, for those that have never maybe worked, with you on their PR, their PR with you, is there a top tip apart from get in touch to find out more?
No, just tell your story. So, like, guys, it's not. You know, I keep sitting here, and as a founder of Media Connections, which has been really awesome in the last week, we've had members in The Age, we've had them in the Sydney Morning Herald, we've had them in The Sun, there's members attending the webinar today who have got coverage from just sharing their story and just putting in their tips and their information and available for interview. Journalists want to work directly with you. Yes, they'll come to me and say, hey, can you help me with a couple of things here and there? But if they can access your story and work directly with you, they will do.
Yeah.
So, you know, just tell your story. It's about knowing the timelines and the guidelines, which is why we built Media Connections in the first place, was because as a small business owner, you're not trained to know how far ahead the media work, and you shouldn't have to. You just got to learn that skill set. No,
absolutely. Now, I wanted to point out as well that you don't need fancy gear. You don't need to spend a fortune. I know, Linda, you've got a whole, like you said, you've got that list of different tools. And I know for people who are in the BBB community, you always get them like the very, very best possible rate, best possible deal as well. You are the master negotiator. That's for sure.
Guys, you know, we do things, I would much rather, and I said this the other day when my accounts team are saying to me, you need to up the pricing on some of your courses. I would much rather that 10 people come through and do it and get the information, the knowledge and skill set than I have to fight to get one person in to come and do it at a higher price. So I'd much rather make it a no-brainer. Yep, I'm going to invest $59 in going and doing that course. And they've gone and they've done it and they've learned it and they're actioning something. Yeah,
it's a good point. And you know what, pricing your course it can get tricky, because you do want to get that, you want to get that fine balance between, not underselling yourself and not, and not charging far too much, where everyone's going to say, I know how to hammer a nail, and the course is $1 million. It's $1 million a month subscription fee or something ridiculous like that. Or my affiliate marketing course.
Paddy, and part of what we did with BBB is we put together a skills membership, which gets you access and all areas pass inside Thinkific to all of our courses.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
What's launching in the next week or so is the marketing one, which is just my marketing courses.
I
get my butt together and put it finally together.
There you go. Accountability on camera now. Yeah. So, and on the replay.
Next week.
Yeah,
I'll hold myself to have the marketing bundle together next week.
We just won't talk about what today's date is, but just say next week because it's going to go on the replay. No.
You don't know me. I thought you knew me better than that.
No, of course. I've had some the conversations I have with Linda. Every time she's like, quite literally, like I've got like the flu, can't breathe, but I've still like done a course, or I've still like just set up a brand new company, or I've just sold 100 courses. Like this lady is absolutely Wonder Woman.
I also have an incredibly good team who work with me, don't?
And an incredibly good team who actually I've not had the chance to meet yet, but I'm sure I will do in due course as well.
You know, I laugh at the guys because what was it, a week ago? I was talking to Paddy at 3 o'clock in the morning, going, "Hey, look what we're doing."
Yeah.
And that was a business life planner, guys.
Yeah. I was like that. I was like that. I was like on my phone. Oh, here we go. I was like,
message me.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. I was like, you're right, mate. My missus was like, why are you up so late? And I was like, work. It's work. But it's not work. It's friends. Like, Lynn, your wife seems to be my friend as well. So obviously, when you come over to Vancouver, we'll make sure you give you the grand tour.
Oh, perfect.
And obviously, anyone else, if you're in Vancouver, if you're in Canada, or if you're just if you're on a stop off wherever it is around the world, come swing by the office as well. Give you the grand tour, and you get to meet the amazing staff. So
let's show these guys how to create a course, or you and I will go over it again and again and again, and we'll be known for this.
Absolutely. And you know what? If you ever get stuck when it comes to creating your course, you just let me know as well. But we're saying that when it comes back to it, making sure your lessons are short and sharp. 2 to 7 minutes is like what we find is like the ideal time. Again, it's not the absolute rule of thumb, but it's a good way, and it's a good place to start. And also, we mentioned this before, but when you're creating your quizzes, keep them between 1 to 2 or even 3 questions. Again, coming back to making sure that people are successful and making sure that it motivates and encourages. Because even when I was creating my course for the first time, I found it. I was almost like trying to trick my students in a sort of weird roundabout way into a quiz, because it was like, I've made the question so blooming hard, even though I'm trying to teach someone who doesn't know about affiliate marketing how to do it. So how can you, that was me being an experienced course creator noob,
And look, I most probably don't use quizzes as much as I could possibly do.
Yeah.
In my courses.
It's one of those things. It's horses for courses, isn't it? As the expression goes.
And it's most probably because we've got so much information. I try and make them self-paced. But make sure that if there is a quiz out there that allows you direct, because when you're putting your courses together, guys, and you put quizzes in, you're also getting information of what your next course needs to be. Yeah,
definitely. And you're going to be able to see where those people maybe coming up short, or you can see what the completion rates are like. And you can also see, certainly through the Thinkific platform anyway, you're going to be able to see whether, you're going to be able to run those reports, and then you'll be able to see that for yourself. And like Lynn said, it will shape your next course. And also it'd be good to use the survey feature is really good as well. I'm sure you've used that before, Linda, but
yes, we've done surveys a couple of times.
Surveys are great because they'll really give you, again, let you shape it. Now, Facebook groups are great. Now, as we know, who doesn't love Facebook groups? I love Facebook groups. I love being involved in them. These are one of the ways where you can really build up a community and build up an audience. You can even do it in course. Now we've got the ability on the Thinkific platform. You've got the ability to actually host the discussions in there. Now, granted, it isn't as advanced as something like Facebook. Obviously, if you use Facebook, which I do recommend, you're going to be able to take advantage of. And for those that are going to go into paid advertising of your course, it's a really fantastic way to build up what they call that custom audience data, and then you can start doing some advertising. Because obviously I'm member of your course, member of your Facebook group as well. How much paid advertising do you do through Facebook, would you say? Is this something you do a lot? Because I was going to say, I don't think I see you do a lot of it actually.
We will do sponsored posts occasionally.
Yeah.
We will boost content occasionally. But our engagement comes from actually doing what we do. Preaching what we say is about educating your market, and those people who find you will work with you. So I think I did a boosted video ad yesterday, and I've done some lead ads. If I was going to do anything on Facebook, the most effective one I did recently was a lead ad, which fed directly into my MailChimp list and allowed people to sign up. And I put $20 behind it, and I had 20 sign ups. So I'm like at $1 a sign up, I was happy.
Well, that's amazing. And you know what? Even the cost of acquiring an email can sometimes be as high as a couple of $100 for some industries.
So yeah, and that was really easy because it was for everyone. They just clicked on the button that said sign up, and it filled out the form for them. So that we did
beautiful.
for the 52-week marketing challenge, which is coming up.
And was that you said was that like the Facebook leads? Was that the Facebook leads?
Facebook leads campaign.
Facebook
so it's been quite awesome.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we do specifically do that type, but I know we definitely do like lots and lots of sponsored posts. That's for sure. But that's definitely going to be one for me to check out.
Sometimes you need to put money behind your Facebook campaigns and put money in behind things. I'm more than happy to put money in behind things, but I also want to see what organic reach I'm getting as well.
Yeah, and you know what? You've got to have that. It's like everything. It's almost like everything in life, right? You've got to have like a healthy mix.
Yep.
Everything. Can't just have one particular type of food because it's going to make you ill. And it's the same with like and it's the same with like your marketing approach as well. What Linda's doing, having like organic traffic, like underpinning everything at the bottom, that the solid foundation is always great because when either like times are tough or times are lean, and you need to maybe scale back on your
advertising,
advertising or other things. At least your organic's always going to keep bringing in. Those numbers. That's a great tip.
And look, from my point of view, guys, we created BBB to begin with to offer something different. It grew because we offered something different, but I don't want to push. I'm not the push it down your throat marketing type person. Either you like what I've got and it's going to work for you, or it's not. And that's perfectly okay if it's not going to work for you.
Yeah.
I quite often see the email campaigns where I'm getting 3 emails a day from it. It's the last chance for me to sign up for someone's course. And I think they're going, I'm so out of this now and I really don't want to. Because if I do this, is this what the course is going to be like? Am I going to get 3 emails from you a day? I already see 200 plus emails. I really can't cope with all of this. So I get that strategy works for some people. From my point of view, I'd much rather educate you, go, this is what I've got on offer. If it works, great. I look at our open rates, I look at our reach. Did the post work? Do we need to change that stuff up?
And you've got to make sure, like, even if you do the emails, you've got to make sure that it's like relevant. It's relevant content. I'm sort of maybe on the opposite end of the spectrum here, Linda. So I'm a big believer, like, if the content is always relevant, it's going to get read, even if someone was to email you 10 times a day. So I think perhaps like the middle ground that we'll definitely meet in, as long as
you
like
have to watch the
relevant.
anti-spam act, guys.
Yeah, and definitely like in obviously in places like Canada, the EU now is going on lockdown for everything to do with email advertising,
and Australia's huge on
and
it.
Australia as well. Big areas.
Watch your anti-spam act, so you've got to watch how many times you can send out the campaigns, how many times, and how uninvited emails can be taken as harassment.
I can't comment too much on Australia, but I know, like, again, Canada, the UK in particular, really tough. So then you're absolutely right there. And you know what? Yeah, you're right. You don't want to get emails every day just saying, "Oh, hi, here's a picture of my cat." Yeah.
You don't want to be stupid.
Took words out my mouth.
Yep. Like, I got one today going, well, we must have a conversation at 11:30 tomorrow. I'm like, well, I'm already booked for 11:30 tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's about looking at your campaigns and sharing that information and sharing those pieces of value, educating through your newsletter, and the community comes. BBB is proof of it.
Yeah, definitely.
If you share the information that people want, the community comes.
That's very true. And, I back in long time ago, when I was in my very early 20s, and when LinkedIn had just started out, I would actually ran a couple of groups. I used to recruit for banking and financial services professionals, so big banks like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, guys like that.
Yep.
And my group started off as like 0, and back then it was very much like a keyword. Fill up your description with as many keywords as possible, so you can get found. Google 101, or Google version 1. But the group grew to about 5,000-6,000 members, and it's still I think it's almost about 7,000 today. But now I just stopped. I stopped like managing it, and you're probably going to be, Linda. You're probably thinking like, what are you doing? But I haven't actually even worked in that group for 10 years or so. I've just left it.
It's not just space for you anymore.
Sometimes, it's not space for you. No, I think that's another good thing as well. If you're not passionate about something or you're not doing it anymore, then don't
move on.
Move on. Yeah, don't teach it. Yeah, so I don't want to do financial recruitment anymore. But one of the things that I wanted to put in on here, so we got like the discussions, reminders are really important as well. Weekly updates, reminders, using drip features as well are a great way. So and like dripping those emails in. But like what we said, don't spam your audience. Keep it relevant. Always keep everything relevant. And if you use like the Thinkific platform, they also do automatic reminders of people's progress.
And when you're putting a course together, guys, it's handy to put a series of emails together, and that comes through that reminds them what the next component of the course is, to remind them to come back and do it.
Yeah.
So in working with the media, we went through the getting started page, and then we sent out an email a couple of weeks later about putting your first release, a couple of days later about putting your first release together. Then we sent one about pitching, and then we sent one about interviews, because we followed the sequence but tried to give enough gap, because the reality of it is you can sit there and do the course in a couple of hours, but that's not how the press cycle works.
No, definitely. Well, I wanted to basically just bring up I've just paused my screen share just for a moment.
Let's make a course.
We're going to make a course now. So there we go. Right. This is our brand. So this is our, we used to have like a demo and training site. We used to have like 1 million courses. So poor old Aaron, who's, you may have seen him, in our Facebook groups and even in the BBB group. He had to sort of go through pretty much everything. So we had to go through each and every course, because where everyone had done like test and like demo courses, everyone had hit publish. So we had like, I think there's like 100 different types of courses, like how to clean your bear. Yeah, how to do courses on courses and stuff like that. So that had to get all, as we will get, like filtered out and done. So you see, same thing. I just done this one earlier today, how to survive winter in Canada as a course. But we're going to create a new one, and we're going to put best clean and innuendo-ish free course name gets a prize. So so shoot that into the chat. Otherwise, Linda, have you got any suggestions? Again, innuendo free, please.
Our attendees come up with in chat. Come on, guys, come up with a course.
Yeah, love to hear it. Otherwise
I'm going to make Paddy do his cooking course.
Oh God, no! Please no. Actually, yeah. Do you know what I should do? I should really do it. I was doing my lasagna yesterday,
and then I'm going to send Aaron a message going, "He's doing a cooking course. Make sure it happens."
How to pick your nose. I'm sure my fiance would probably say I'm like a master of that. Probably something like that. I don't know.
Has anyone got an idea about a course name?
How to pick your nose.
Oh.
Like a winner.
We're doing well here, guys. We're definitely... Okay, Paddy.
Right, I'm going to do one. Let's do this. Patrick's cooking course.
Yeah,
there you
done.
go. Apostrophe. So... great thing about the platform is that when it comes to actually creating your course, it is as simple straight away. It's just putting in your course name, and we'll already build out a sales landing page for you. Now, there is a lot of other technology. There's a lot of other tools out there that you can use to link to landing pages, link to your Thinkific site. But yeah, don't need to. You don't really need to. So much easier. So much easier. And we've tried to include pretty much everything that you need to get your course up and running, to get your course marketed. And as you can see here, this isn't like, even if I just showed you the, I'm just going to move that away. If I just show you the landing page, even what it looks like now before we opened it up, it looks pretty. If I had the Survivor Canadian Winter one, I'd be like, this is it, done. Yep. It's already set up.
Done.
Yeah, it's
scrolling down.
much. So you can, all these sections are pretty much here. There's only a few things that you need to fit in. So that's going to be things like your curriculum.
What theme's this one?
This is Altitude. This is on, if you've not upgraded your...
I have to do it, but I was going to do it in one hit.
Definitely. If you're upgrading from version 1 to version 2, I would always, and you've done custom work with, so this is top tip for those that are using the Thinkific platform already and on our previous set of themes. If you haven't yet upgraded, make sure you take a copy, save your theme, CSS and HTML. If you're not too sure how to do that, just shoot me a note into the group and then I'll
So if you haven't made custom CSS changes, switching out themes is not a problem.
Should be fine, but I would always say just make sure you take a little backup or even a screenshot of what you want. I've actually got a full guide So actually, what we do is I'll put a guide
Put the guide in
into the group on how to switch your themes.
Yep.
As fuss-free,
awesome.
and as and to make sure that nothing awkward happens with it.
And I might do that by the end of the year sometime.
There you go. Or even on your next course. So even if actually, I was going to ask, do you have everything linking into the one course site, or would you eventually break it up into different?
Everything's going into the Reed-Enever group site. So if you want to jump into the reed-enevergroup.thinkific, you'll see it all set up.
All courses?
Don't need to sign in. If you get your
there you go. There you go.
So everything links through.
I see.
At that stage.
Okay.
Yay! The girls got the marketing bundle up. Woohoo!
There you go.
We're ahead of time.
Now we'll put that into the chat. So there you go. Plug straight away.
I hit my goal without even having to try.
There you go. This is what delegation is all about: picking the right people to help you execute the tasks. So you can do these webinars, and your courses can go live.
And bear in mind that is all of my courses into one bundle.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's just popped in there and what's included and what's information out there for you to being able to get your things together. So you might have this one massive course in mind, but it might be better to make it into a series of smaller courses and then put it into a bundle.
Definitely. Bundles are great. Like bundles really are great. And if you can offer, and they offer like no-brainer value, then people are gonna pick it up. Because even if your course, if you have even a course that's like $200, and then someone's going to give you the bundle for free, like for $300 or $250 or whatever it is. People are gonna spend that a little bit more, and that is, I guess, like the science, behind like upselling and making sure people, go through and buy it.
And allows them to feel like they get to know you and they're getting that little bit extra value.
Absolutely. But let's get this built out. So I quite like the banner actually, because I think it looks pretty smashing already.
Yeah.
Gonna change that subtitle. Get ready for pasta. So if you've not used the Thinkific platform before, you can do if you've used anything like Google Docs, if you even if you use WordPress, Microsoft Word, Google Docs, anything like that, you can use this platform. Even guys, far say if you use something like Facebook, you can use Facebook. You can copy and paste text. You can copy and paste text into the course creation section. That's not a problem at all. So one of the things is we'll give you full control over this on the new themes, on version 2 of the themes. You can actually start taking out the sections that you want and you don't want through the platform. Yeah, this is really good. Is this the first time you've seen this, Linda?
Oh, look, I've watched the replay videos, but it's the first time I've actually seen one. The last webinar, we didn't have our version. I
think we had version 1, didn't we? I think we had version 1, if I remember rightly, because it was about 3 months or so ago. I've been excited to get to this stage, and it's most probably just been time. And I know the others are working, so I've let them stay as they are. Yeah, you know what? Like the version 1 themes are also awesome. But obviously everyone that signs up new, they're going to automatically go through to like version 2. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it does give you that a few more things when it comes to like the flexibility here. So if you then wanted to move the banner up and down, if you wanted to move the course curriculum closer to the top, you've got that full control there.
Yeah, and if I want to remove my instructor's description to the bottom of the page.
Yeah. So you can move it right to the bottom.
Yeah.
Or you can even just delete it. So just go there, go in the instructor. Aaron's gone now, and I can put myself in there. And the new section, put myself in there. So I hope that shows that it's pretty easy to create a course, but obviously you need some content, right? We've assuming this is we're happy with this sales and landing page. We're going to hit save there. We're now going to bring in some content. So I'm just going to hit pause. Just going to pause the screen share for just a moment. I'll just open up my other window. And what we're going to do is I'm going to just drag and drop a few leads in here into the builder.
Guys, this is how simple. This is what I absolutely love about Thinkific. Once you've got the content created, it takes you minutes to load content.
Yeah. So you see, so you may see like the little blue box appear now with the number 3 and it says move. So you just drop it in and that's it. Hey presto, it works straight away. Now, if you've already put your course together, your course content together, then you can actually start making those name changes straight away. So you can say like worksheet 1, or. Can
I give people advice? If you're going to load the content to the back end of your course, name it before you load the file.
Yes. So you can do that,
because when you go and search your content library later, PDF 1's not going to help you when you've got 20 of them.
That's very true. That's very true. I would have thought you're probably going to have your you're going to have it into like folders and subsections anyway. It's going to be sort of organized. Like me, I've just got like lots of videos, of dog. Actually, quite fitting that this video that I've put on here is a cooking course. So you'll see why in just a moment. But we want to create a quiz. So it would be, what type quiz? So we'll do quiz 1. Just keep it as quiz 1. That's fine. Put a quiz grade in there, 100%. Add a question. What meat goes into lasagna? Yes, lasagna. You can have beef or chicken. You could probably have chicken, but
probably have chicken anyway.
Have chicken anyway. So actually, I found that if you use like a small amount of pork, veal, and beef, gets a really nice mix. But you just got to make sure you drain some of the fat off. That's the only thing. Yeah, top tip there.
There we go.
Definitely know what I'm doing. But you can put the explanation. So again, if you've got a course that actually doesn't require a passing grade, and it's more of like a learning. So like a lot of Linda's courses, so people are learning at their own pace, self-paced. Yeah, exactly. You can put the explanation in there. Beef gets better results, or whatever it is. Or it's more traditional. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to speak to many Italians who would say chicken and lasagna is really traditional. So we've had that there. And again, if you've got like lots and lots of questions for someone that's maybe got content that is very, very academic, and maybe you need to randomize these questions at all times. Oh yeah, I don't know if you've seen this before, Lynn. This is quite a new feature that we've launched.
No, it is new. Yep.
This brand spanking new. So it will randomize questions in a bank automatically. So
perfect.
Really great way to do it. So we've added the quiz. Multimedia is another great tool. So if you're doing anything like because I imagine you do webinars, Google Docs. What other ways to use it, Linda?
Look, we've done quite a few through Google Docs, especially if they're documents that are going to change regularly. So we add new content to, or we add new tools to. So we're quite often to put a link out to a Google Doc. And then we just set the setting in that Google Doc that people with the link can view. They can't edit it, they can just view it.
I see.
So it's about making the setting work for you as well.
Yeah, definitely. And what you could actually do, I'm pretty sure that people could download they could even download could they download a copy?
They can make a copy of it if they want to make a copy of it, but they just can't edit the original one.
I see. And then they can send it on to you and say, hey, Linda, I've done my my company profile, my press launch or something like that. Yeah, perfect. So all you would do is just put the address in here where it says URL, hit save, and you're good to go. But I don't have a Google Doc to share on this one, but we'll leave that for now. And these are all the other things that you can put in there. So presentation feature, again, breaks down your PDFs, and then you can do a voiceover through the slides there. Discuss, you can embed a discuss link. But that is, I would recommend using maybe something like a Facebook group.
Yep.
I know, Linda, you would as well. Text is, again, for those that are maybe like just writing an ebook, maybe just writing content in here.
And guys, remember the multimedia one actually can link off to your blog post. So if you've already got content on your website that's pre-written that complements the course, use multimedia links to do that stuff.
Yeah.
It's not about reinventing the wheel. And then once again, that encourages your audience to further interact with you.
That's a good tip. That's a great tip. Do you ever use this one, the text one here?
Yeah, we've used text and we've quite often put video in with the text. So when we've needed to embed a video or some images and some how-tos, but I tend to use more PDFs. I've used it a couple of times.
Yeah, that's
not
that's
as
fair enough.
Yeah, because I either use a Google Doc or whatever I want for changing.
So I've got a photo of myself. There I am. Hi, it's Paddy. I'm going to show you how to make pasta. That's it's my sister's hand. What's that hand from the Addams Family? The one
Thing.
That's it. Yeah. But now I've got like a slightly more professional photo, which I took from my my engagement party a little while ago. It looks much better. No mystery hand on my shoulder. Actually, that was the day I proposed to my fiance. Take that photo.
There we go.
About 10 minutes before. Okay, there you go. But the great thing is that with the text one as well, for those that who've got like a bit more experience when it comes to maybe like coding, maybe you've done some HTML before, maybe you've used like a WordPress site and just to sort of get about on there. You can switch back to the code view here, and you can start coding this out yourself. I'm not best at coding. Know a little bit here. Also, top tip for those that want to maybe import videos or maybe import different documents. You can, once you've uploaded the videos into your video library, you can actually use this link here and add them in here into your text. So that's a great way of maybe having like two things at once. I personally recommend against it because it's nice to have to focus on one thing and one thing only through your through your course process.
And because the Thinkific platform, guys, also says how many videos and that you've got in a course, I think it's really important to load your video as a video.
Yeah, definitely.
And then either put the PDF or the text file that accompanies it with it next. And I just normally introduce that with, and what you'll find in the course, either in the resources section, depending whether we've done a resources section or we've done is underneath you'll find the text of the how to accompany this as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's really, really super important that you get it in there and you'll see why actually, because we've built out the course content now. We'll save those changes. Now, if we go back to that landing page that we looked at previously, what will happen is that when you go down to here, the curriculum, you've got the breakdown of the course chapters. Yep. And depending on the type of theme, the type of layout, it will appear in different ways. And I know, obviously, I think when we looked at, oops, it was the wrong page. But I know when we looked at yours, Linda, you've got different ones here at the bottom. And if we go into the buy section. Oops.
You need to go. Yeah, you're going in the bundle. So
I'm in the bundle. I'm going to go into this one here. So see the contents here, they get broken down in different ways. So it really does depend on your course. I love this one. This is actually one of my favorite themes anyway. And obviously
we pretty much use this theme across everything.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you probably, I think for the sake of...
I'm hesitant to change.
Yeah, and that's fair enough, right? That is fair enough. Sake of consistency in your brand. What we'll see though, Linda, is if there's anything we can do to help, maybe help you sort of move that over, then do let me know. But obviously, before you pull the trigger, just give me a shout and we'll...
It's most probably me just being lazy and needing to do it.
No, don't worry. Well, this looks great anyway. And look, do you see, use the upsells area as well. Great way to do it. And obviously, this again looks a little bit different. But yeah, for those that are starting out, the Altitude theme pretty much gives you everything that you would need to create it.
Quite like that.
It's really smart. It really is. Right. So we want to see what the course looks like. My cooking course. So anyone that's not actually used this before, there you go. Hi, it's Paddy. I'm going to show you how to make pasta. I'm just going to move this out of the way. So we can hit next. Now, there's a reason why actually we have the next button here. Studies have shown that if you press if having next buttons and ways to gamify the learning process, it actually makes the information stick. Now that does sound like a little bit wishy-washy, but there is lots and lots and lots of scientific evidence to show that actually if you do that, you get a much better experience. Because we actually get you'd be surprised, we get a lot of people say, can we just have video after video after video on autoplay, where it's just next and next and next. And that's not really the principle, the foundation of our our platform. Ours is about learning. No, that's more inclined for something like YouTube. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's also not allowing people to actually intake the information.
Yeah,
so you want them to actually stop and pause and watch your content, and then either quiz them or give them the worksheet or give them something to actually cement the information they've just taken in.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you've got to, once you hit that next, here it is. Here's my sous chef.
Oh, puppy dog.
So I just realised when I had no video, I was like thinking, oh, this is going to be quite a fitting course.
He's making spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah, he definitely is. So off he goes. Job done. Hit next. We've got the worksheet here, and this is a great tip. Linda, this is great. If you've not used this, I know you've used PDFs before, but like this is a great way. Also, like a top inside tip from me. This is our roadmap to results. So this is where we help. This is something that we've got also available on our bonus, but we help like people like map out the customer journey, the audience persona. If people can fill in the PDF straight away. So put 1st of December. EMBR.
So when they save this fillable PDF, does that save just to their course?
So no, this is the way to do it. So this is like, it doesn't save it to their course, but what it will do, it will give them the opportunity to save a copy. So now here's the thing. When you hit download here, it downloads the actual file as it is without the content you put in. But there's a way around it. If you hit print and you hit save as a PDF, so instead of having you're picking your printer here, you hit save as a PDF, hit save, and then the copy gets downloaded. So great little tip there for anyone that's starting out with that as well. Video again. We'll skip to the end on this one. We'll hit next. Quiz. So what meat goes in lasagna? Beef or chicken? Beef. There we go. Beef gets better results.
There we go.
That's it.
So guys, that's how easy it is to get a course together. Yeah. It's about taking the knowledge you already have and putting it into a course.
Super, super simple. I mean, that's the one thing though, in our platform, if it's anything you've got to worry about, it's either like getting your course content or figuring out what it is you want to do. They're the things you can focus on. When it comes to the tech, you don't need to worry about it at all. It's just a matter of just getting it in there. And obviously, look, we do have a bonus.
I was going to say, you can ask an offer for our viewers today.
Absolutely. So what we're doing is we're giving everyone a free month on our business plan. Now, this you can get access to free premium training courses. Now, we do obviously Linda's going to be helping you shape your course, helping you get to where you need to be.
If you're working with me as a coaching client, we're definitely getting you there.
Absolutely. But for those that perhaps are not, or maybe you haven't done it yet, we've also got free premium pieces of training that we're offering.
Those courses are so worthwhile to do, guys.
Oh, definitely. So a couple of things that we put in there. Roadmap to results. So that was like, that PDF that we were looking at just a moment ago. That was like a very sneak preview from one of the worksheets. I'm going to show you how to map out your customer journey. I'm going to show you how to create an in-depth course outline, how to organize your content. So we covered some of that stuff off already today, but there's some great information there. I'm going to give you some actionable steps that you can take right now to go out there and go and get your message out there and really start attracting that audience. We're going to show you how to price your course. So you're going to get to that point where you're not like pricing yourself too high and you're getting no enrollments, or you're pricing yourself too low and they're skyrocketing. You want to make sure you get that, that right value point. Point of resistance is what we like to call it. So we go into some great detail there. But the great one that we use, one that gets a lot of results and a lot of positive feedback from everyone here, we give you access to a 30/30 program. So we're going to give you 9 workshops, and it's going to show you how to grow basically your sales funnel, your email list. I'm going to make sure you can get 30 enrollments in 30 days. This is a workshop that we ran in March 2016, and it's been so successful. We've kept it going ever since. And this really, really does work. And obviously coupled with the amazing BBB community, you guys have got, you've got an amazing opportunity to really take your course creation to the next level. And of course, I'll be around in the community, in the Facebook group. If you've got any questions, I'll always be more than happy to help you with that as well. But you're probably thinking like, oh, well, and you know, I know there's like a few people that have already got courses. Jan, I know you was at a previous platform as well. We've also got like a migration concierge package. So if you're on another platform already, we're going to help you basically switch your students, help you get your content into the platform, and we're also going to help review your content as well and help review your course before you launch. So that's all that, and that is absolutely zero today, nil, nothing. It's going to cost you nothing today. So all you need to do is just sign up. I'm going to put the link into the chat.
Yay. Guys, this is a great opportunity just to get in there and test out the platform.
Definitely.
If you haven't had an opportunity to test out the platform, then this is the time that you want to be able to do it. You want to be able to get in there and know that you've got your course content out and you're able to share that information with everyone and get your information out there. As I said, I've got clients who are using other course platforms at the moment. The ability just to be able to suck everything they've got in there out onto a new platform because you've spent 30 minutes on this webinar is awesome.
Yeah.
Or an hour and a bit, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good webinar actually. Gone to a lot of content.
We've had a good chat. And look, guys, you know, the reality of it is we'll run more and more of these webinars with Paddy, but the whole thing is about educating your market and sharing your knowledge and taking the opportunity to being able to get some bonuses to help you along the way. I had spent, in all honesty, 3 years researching what platform I was going to use to take working with the media from a 2-day face-to-face workshop online.
Yeah.
And I eventually bit the bullet and said, yeah, Thinkific is it. It is the only platform I use to train on. I used to use a couple of other platforms, but it is now the only platform I use to train on.
Thanks, Linda. Great, appreciate that.
Because it's easy, it's simple. I know what I'm doing. I know I can create a sign-up page on my website and link out to it. And I know the Thinkific platform isn't falling over on me.
Yeah, that's it. You know, there's lots and lots of platforms out there. That's, you know, they've got so many bells and whistles. But what we've tried to do is get it into the things that really make the difference and really count. And I
love the reports and the progress reports. They're handy to see. And what you maybe not already know from a sales point of view is Thinkific has an affiliate program built into it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
So you don't have to worry about how you're going to monetize your course and get other people to sell your course for you because the platform is there. You just put your affiliates in.
That's right. And you know what? Affiliates are available on any of our pay plans. So, you know, if you stay on our business plan, then you get access to affiliates. And when you create an affiliate, you can either pay them out on a fixed amount. So you can pay them just like $50 or you can pay them like a lifetime commission if you want. It's entirely up to you. And we've just recently overhauled the welcome board or the welcome area. And now you can do a quick like check of like how well you're doing on a monthly, weekly or custom date basis. Have you seen the new user section yet, Linda?
I briefly looked in the other day and was able to filter a few things that I wanted to filter, so I was happier.
Yeah, it's like we really have made it even better. So you can see here, you've got the site role, who the person is. And
being able to see who referred by was awesome for us.
Exactly. You know, and that is, again, you know, from an affiliate's perspective, you're going to be able to see who's your top, you know, who your top affiliates are, who your top partners are. Really, really important. Definitely for me, someone who's done affiliate management for a long time now. That's my, you know, I would absolutely, you know, recommend that you stay in touch with them at all times. Right. Well, I'll put the link. I've definitely put the link into the chat. I think that's it. I think we've
pop the link in the chat. We'll pop the link into the group, guys. We'll have the replay up on YouTube. Paddy's going to get the files for me, so we'll have the replay up on YouTube and on the website for you. I would say it's going to be tomorrow morning, just by the time we transfer files between Paddy and myself and get everything edited. Thank you everyone for joining us for another skills webinar. We have one coming up with the guide team from Lumni next week, which is a social calendar managing platform. I've used it in the past. You're more than welcome to come and have a bit of a look and join in with us. And I can confirm that we have a LinkedIn webinar with Joe Saunders coming up too, showing you how to optimize your LinkedIn profiles that I just got confirmed before I came online here on the 31st. So
I'm going to be involved on that one. I'd love to get involved in that one. That'd be amazing. Can't wait to watch it.
Really good one. Really good one to get in there and get involved with. So we're bringing in some more skills webinars. We're not sure how many more we're going to fit in between now and the end of the year, but watch out for them on Tuesdays at 11 because that's when we're going to run them. And Paddy, thank you for joining us again and sharing course information. And we've got a few more course webinars that we'll be doing with Paddy soon too.
Definitely. And, you know, if you're interested in, you know, if there's obviously any questions about affiliates as well, you know, just from like a personal perspective, if you've got any questions, drop them into BBB group. I'll do what I can to help as well. For anyone that's, you know, maybe struggling, maybe they've worked doing, how to do joint ventures, let me know. This isn't a push of a course or anything.
You could write me an article.
I'll write you, yeah, why not? I'll do that then.
Yep.
I'll write you an article. There you go, put that out there right now.
Got him on camera on that one too now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks again, everyone.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, and thanks for dealing with the technical issues with us as well too.
Yeah, much appreciated. Thank you again. Bye-bye.